Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Charles and this is episode 10 of Flashback Friday on a new map. This is, as I told you in the previous episodes, Old Kiwi Farm, made by the same creator as Almost a Farm that we did in the last 9 episodes. And of course, did I say it? Yeah, this is episode 10. I think I did. But anyway, 10 and we are starting on a new farm. Now, as I step out of here, we are probably going to notice a few things that are very similar. If I turn around here, I think you'll recognize this house. It's the same farmhouse that we started out with in the other, on Almost a Farm. We have a shed over here that's a little bit different. I have already, because I told you I had previously been on this map because it was one that I was initially thinking that I was going to do the Flashback Friday on. And so I had already kind of prepped it and gotten rid of some of the machinery and bought a little bit more. You see, we've got our same silo that we had in Almost a Farm. You see that I have also placed a TARDIS buying station. Very nice of them to actually write buying station on the trigger there. And place those right next to one another here. Also, if you remember way back in that beginning of that Almost Farm episode, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the same barn that we had in there. And you can see that we already have this harvester. Now, it started me out with this harvester in here, but if I go into, garage, that's how I always forget the difference between 22 and 19 here. So here we can look. I have a case 7250 Pro. I've got a New Holland T6 125, Massey Ferguson Activa 7347S, and then I've got the Joskin trailer, Farm Tech. I've got there's my header. I've got a corn and sunflower header. I have subsoiler, the Lizard 6M. I have a Horsch Pronto 9 DC seeder, and I have a I never know how to say that Vatterstad Tempo 5.8 planter, lime. But you can see as I go through all of this, and this does show me all the buildings that I own too. It doesn't do that, of course, in 22 anymore. But you can see that I do not own this harvester. But if I go into leased items, there it is. And I've never had that before. It started me out on a map with a leased harvester and header. And I think the reason why it started us out with it is because you can see that this harvester and this header belongs on this harvester, and it is the tomato header. And I told you that when I started, I had a field of tomatoes that was ready to harvest, and that was this field right here. And you can see too that when I was prepping to see if I wanted to have this farm on my series, I did plant kiwi fruit in this. Now, let's see, I'll show you, let's see, it's over here. Yes, I also own this field, and it has soybeans growing in it. This is the only one out this direction that I own, other than this one, with the kiwi fruit growing in it now. Only been fertilized 50%, but it has not we've picked this up, right after, essentially right after planting, because it has not sprouted at all. It has not germinated yet. You can see in here, I have created one field here, which is empty, and one field here, which is empty. Let's see. I know that there was a cow enclosure with a pasture and everything that used to be kind of over in this area here, and I think over in some of this over here was sheep, I want to say. But I have created a new field for each one of those, and that's for our next two crops that we're going to put in, which is the white grape and the tomato. We're going to go ahead. Those are, that along with the kiwi is the three crops that we plant here that I think are unique to this, that the creator did not have in Almost a Farm. Now if we come down here, there's also this field here that had wheat in it, and I own this one as well. So while we are sowing crops in our other two fields that I created up there, because when I started making those, actually I had kind of forgotten about this field down here, but that is one that I think started with. Boy, I think I started with it. Wow, it's been a while since I've been on here. Anyway, but our seeder is already sitting out and ready to go here, and so I think I will jump into my New Holland. Now wait a minute, let me see. Let's go back to the garage. Owned items. What has this got? It's got, the case has 261 horsepower, and that has 125. So actually, we will not use the New Holland. I'm going to come around to our case tractor here. And we'll use that. See what I've got the seeder on here. I've still got it on the kiwi fruit from the last thing. Let's see, wheat, barley, oat. We'll eventually make it back around. Carrots and onions you see there. Millet, coffee, mustard, sorghum, rye, rice, white grape. I have no idea what this looks like. Like I say, I have never planted this before. So let's get that. And we'll plant that in this close field here. I wasn't exactly, when I created these fields, I wasn't exactly straight with the fields, but I don't figure you'll mind that too much. I did it in a little bit of a hurry, so okay, so white grape is going in. And we have a fence down here. I've made the field a little bit close to the fence, but I hope I'll end up with room for myself and any workers that I hire to turn around in here. Again, I went up against the fence pretty close on this side as well. Bit of an immediate drop down on the other side of that fence though. Oh boy. Let's see, I'm gonna run into, yep, I better stop there. We do have a water source there. We've got a little pond that we can fill from. But of course we don't want to run our tractor into there. as we're seeding. Okay. Now, I think now that I've done the headland, I'll get this brought around and lined up here. And I'm going to go ahead and hire a worker. I'll get out, move out of the way. Okay, and while they're going on that, now the kiwi, not the kiwi, the white grape, I can put in with that drill, but the one thing that I cannot put in with the drill is the tomato. The tomatoes have to be done with a planter, so I have not hooked this tractor up to this planter, so I am just going to take it on faith that it will work. A little bit light on that front end. Do I have a... No, I don't have a weight on it. Do I have a weight? Yes, I do. Looks like it's right in here. Now, can I get to it with this attached to me? Yes, I can. That ought to help us. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, look at that. Now, I wonder... Can I... Let's put fertilizer in it. You know, I bet I can't fill that with that folded up like that with seed. Because I think these, you have to have it. Oh, I had it just right there. Fill with... Well, it's not giving me the option of seed, so... First need to fill the tool. Yes, I do. Okay, well, this is a bit of a quandary. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a minute. Give me a minute on here, and I will see how in the world I put... How do I put seed in this? Give me a minute. I'll be back, and once I've figured this out. Okay, and obviously we are back right now. As you can see, this is what I was afraid of. This planter will not refill on seed. It will from fertilizer, but not on seed from our buying station. So that's not good. So yeah, I left in a little, I was going to cut all that out, but I left in a little time lapse there so you could see us going over to the store, since that's the first trip we've had over there. You can see crossing that bridge and going over. I'll show you more of the map later on, but now we are going to get going here on planting tomatoes. Like I say, the tomatoes were already fully grown and ready to harvest when I first got on this map, and so I have no real idea how long it takes for them to actually grow for any of these crops, but I guess we will find that out. Okay, like with the other one, I'll do a headland on this to begin with. Appears to be using fertilizer a little faster than it is seed, so not a very big field though, so I assume that we're going to have enough to finish. We do have more over there anyway, so while that's going, I'll get out of the way. Our other drill is finished over here, so let's see, since we have this other field down here and it doesn't have anything in it right now, I might as well go ahead and plant something in this too. Now this is quite a bit bigger than either of our other ones up there. I've already got Kiwi. I do need that harvester for the... oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I hit the wrong button on that, so I accidentally started planting onions just as I was about to tell you I would need that harvester and header to do that. Instead, I want to go ahead and we'll do mustard, so I will overseed that part that I accidentally put some onion in. And we'll put a mustard field in down here. Now I'm not sure with this, you know, in the other series it was really just to on Almosta Farm. I started that with just the intent to really show you the new crops that were on there and everything, and you know, this is the last three from that creator that I know of. I don't think Lucas Island had any that these don't have. But you know, since this map is new to me, I can actually let you guys decide if you want to vote in the comment section down below. I'll take that into consideration. If you want me to just do those like I did with Almosta Farm, just do a short series on this and just show you the new crops, or whether you want me to just extend this series a little bit. We can plant some of the other crops, even some of our base crops that you find on other maps, and we can expand our farm here, do animals, whatever with that, whatever you guys are really in the mood for. It doesn't hurt me to do more episodes of this, so. So if you're interested, we can actually turn this into a whole series, or it can be just a short few episodes of planting and harvesting these new crops. So just let me know down below if what you might prefer. And this is just going to be a little bit of, same old with this. It looks like I am going to have to get some other equipment. I know I don't have a roller. I wasn't really, I know just in case we do, you do want like a full series on this map. I guess I should think about doing, rolling and liming and all that. That I am not really set up to do some of that anyway. I think the fertilized spreader that I have will also do lime, if I remember what I saw when I first started this episode, if I'm remembering correctly. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead here and stick it into a time lapse, and I will be back at the end of it. Okay, and we're back from the time lapse. As you can see, I'm just going back and getting some of these little spots. I don't know. I know they're, in the scheme of things, they don't mean much, but until these germinate, you know, it just kind of sticks out there in my head a little bit. And I know there's somebody out there probably watching, chances are, that it bothers you too, and so wouldn't want to do that if I can avoid it. So there we have it. We have now planted, well, I guess that tractor is almost done with the tomatoes. As you saw in the time lapse, I did have to go up and refill that. I initially went up, you know, just to check on it, and I thought, oh, it's done. It's gotten back to where I did that, and then as I was going to put it up, I noticed, oh wait, no, it stopped because it was out of fertilizer. So anyway, that is our those are our crops for today, plus the extra, since we had the extra field, we did the mustard. Nothing else in this bay, so I don't have to be real careful about where that drill goes. Looks like our other tractor is done, and I have, as you may have also seen in the time lapse, I really do not like using front loaders. I avoid them where I can. That's why I use a lot of auto load trailers and things like that, just to avoid having to use a lot of front loaders. Then again, you know, I mean, in most of the, I've only done you know, this series and my Mars series, so you know, the rest of the games have just been me, and you know, I didn't care how real I was on some things, but you know, I think probably the telehandler that I'm using with like the big bag loader is just about as much as I can take as far as a, you know, a front loader type thing goes. You know, I don't think I'm gonna ever really get used to front loaders like these, just because I find them hard to operate. I know other people, I know if I worked with them I would get it and stuff, and other people are really good at it and use them all the time. And some of those I've been watching, and you know, I noticed that over time they get better at it. So you know, I have no doubt that I would, but they have probably used them for a few hundred more hours than I have. So anyway, there we are. We have a field of tomatoes, a field of white grape, and our kiwi fruit is growing in the field just beyond the gate there. And beyond that, we've got some soybeans, and now our new field of mustard. So this is the beginning in episode 10, and who knows how many episodes there will be coming up. So, but anyway, I think that's just about enough for this episode. I went onto those fields that I just seeded and everything, and checked them, and it would appear they don't need lime. Now, I'm going to have to check how I had this map set up. I may have had it checked so that it doesn't need lime. If it does, then I'll probably, for future fields, I'll go ahead and add that back in. If you want me to extend this series, if we're just doing this, you know, just as an experiment, to see these crops and see them harvested and everything, then I won't bother with the lime, since that's not really the purpose of it. And making more money and getting those harvest bonuses and stuff like that, that's not really the point of it if we're just here to see that. So anyway, I will see you all in the next episode and back here on the farm, and we'll see what our crops need, but I'll probably give you a little bit more of a map tour and show you what is where, and I will see you then. Thank you for watching, and I will see you the next time. Bye for now.